myself out the way. And I'm about to bring up a nice young gentleman, somebody, if y'all looking for a change within the next 2 to 3 years to really set your family free, then you may want to tune into this guy. Phenomenal leader, y'all. One thing I want y'all to keep in mind is that just because you're in business for yourself, you will not be by yourself. And I'm blessed enough to even plug into somebody like that, because I'm taking off, y'all. And you can either sit back and watch me or you can join us. So without further ado, I'd like to bring a national diamond to the room. And if you don't mind, can you all just stand to your feet as I welcome Mr. William Thurston to the room.
Woo!
No problem.
Give it up to Jasmine. Oh, wow, man. Thank y'all for coming out on this after Thanksgiving. I'm surprised to see anybody here. Usually, the whole team is here, but they're around the world right now doing turkey festivities. So thank you guys for coming out. I actually rushed here myself today. Many people, there's something to be said, guys, about being an American. When you create your own economy, you don't really care who the president is. We put a lot of energy into, I'm 48 years old, and not one president has ever given me any money yet. When you look at cooperative economics, and you look at the group of people, our Asian brothers and sisters, our Indian brothers and sisters, they're not sitting around worried about the things that we're worrying about. They're not applying for jobs. They come to America for opportunity. We come to America, many of us are right here in this country and don't take advantage of the free market society. You're free. I want everybody to, first of all, know that you're free to own your own business. You can do that. And I travel around the world, and people don't understand how some people don't take advantage. Like, people are dying. You know that people are dying to come to America to be business owners. They're not coming over here to, they got a little more ambitious than many of us. So I wanted to just tell you that you can make as much money in this world as you want to. Nobody can tell me how much money I can make, because I do what I want to with my time. And you can't manage time, but you can manage activity. You can manage what you do with your time, So I commend you for coming out on a Sunday when most people are drinking beer and many other things, looking at a game, jumping up and down, hollering at the television. But at the end of the week, they say things like, thank God is what? Right? Because, in Humpback Wednesday and what's another one? Wish it was Monday. I hate Mondays and stuff, you know what I mean? But when you create your own economy, every day is a holiday. I don't even remember the dates sometimes. People ask me, I'm the worst person to ask what day it is. If you want to know what the day is, don't ask me, because every day seems like Saturday. What I want to show you is something about a guy from Marcy Projects that, many, many people came from the Marcy Projects. And if you ever go to Brooklyn and you see it, it's horrible looking. But for some reason, there was a gentleman there that dreamed. And he didn't just dream to become a rapper. He evolved into a billionaire, probably be one of the first billionaires. And I was looking at Puffy the other day. I looked at something they had, it's a channel you guys probably don't know about called Revolt. Anybody know about Revolt? Puffy owns this channel. It's channel 1 something on Comcast. And they gave Nas a Lifetime Achievement Award. First of all, Puffy owns the station, which is huge. There's another lady, I'm gonna get to the other lady, but instead of Nas getting up there acting retarded, he got up there and said some real positive stuff that he has, the company Lyft, he owns 50% of that. You see what I'm saying? He owns 50% of about 5 different companies. People like Puffy and the rest of these businessmen are taking their money and they reinvesting it in the community. Then you got people destroying the community. It's a choice, right? You look like your choices. Oprah Winfrey created this station called OWN. Are you guys aware of that? Mm-hmm. She's a billionaire that continues to invest. But many of us haven't even made our first investment. Like, if we ask you for $199 to join your own business today, you'd rather go buy something that doesn't make you any money, become a consumer, never a producer. And rich people continue to reinvest. Like Jay-Z didn't stop. Think about the rappers that stopped, like Juvenile. What's he doing right now? Nobody even knows or cares. Because he had the same opportunity though. He had the same amount of money, the same opportunity, live in the same country, but he made a choice that I just want to do this, right? Lil Wayne is choosing to destroy his life, right? Then you got people like Jay-Z that sits back and says, well, I'm going to reinvest and I'm going to become a billionaire. I'm going to own a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to buy a lot of different things. And that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about people and their choices. You look like your choices. So if you're 25 today, you probably think you got a long way to go before you're 30. My son's 30, and it blows his mind. And he looks at me every day and say, Dad, man, remember you was trying, yeah, it's too late. You can't go back. The one thing you can't go back is go back to 25. You can't go back. You don't get to repeat. You don't get to pause. You're going to be old really, really quick, whether you know it or not. Now, one thing I want to tell you, if you hang around 4 alcoholics, you're going to be the 5th. If you hang around 4 broke people, you're going to be the 5th, because all y'all going to talk about is people that have money. You're going to be the best knowledge person of, man, you know, Puffy did so-and-so. And, you know, Lil Wayne, man, he got the new song. But you're going to be a real expert at rich people. But you never take the time out to say, man, I got to hang around some people that's getting money. So at 46, when I was 46 years old, I made a life-changing, there's something in your life called a defining moment. If you're a young person, I want you to remember this, in case nobody ever taught you this. This defining moment is when, if you went left, you got a long way to go, called backwards. And then, if you go right, you start seeing some stuff. Like, man, and then your philosophy in life starts changing. You don't want to hang around the cat that's talking. You want to hang around people that's doing things. So that's what I began to do, but it took me a long time. It took me to 46 years old where I was working at Comcast, and I was at the end of my rainbow, because it's a dead-end job. It paid my bills, 2 types of income, wealth, 2 types of system, wage, wealth. Wage is when you have a job, you don't make money, you manage money. I give you $50,000 a year, you got to drive that kind of car. You got to live in that kind of house. You can't live in you're not running around talking about, I'm glad I got a Honda Accord. That's not what you want. That wasn't your dream car when you was young. Nobody stood up on the first day of school and said, I want to be average. When they asked you, what you want to be? Nobody said, I want to be average. But what happens is we end up becoming average, and life just goes this way. The second income is called wealth. That's when you create money. I'm getting ready to show you guys how to take a small little investment, small little piece of money, invest it in yourself, and create a wealth system. They call it a pyramid. In the school system, there's one principal and 90 teachers. In the army, it's one general, 90. I don't even know no generals. All the brothers I know that went to school and went to the army never made general. Okay, you know. So at your job, 90% of the people at the bottom, one manager, the person you probably don't like right now. That person that gets on your nerves, you know the one I'm talking about? Go on and picture that person. They're making more than you, you work harder, and you'll never get to the top. So the only people that run around here using the word pyramid is those that are not educated to understand that the whole entire world is a pyramid. Ask the people, I mean, you probably think, you know, Mark Cuban loves the fact that he don't have to go out there and risk his life, and he got a bunch of people in this pyramid making the money, right or wrong. He owns football teams, correct? Mm-hmm. Basketball teams, right? But then he got these brothers who he pay a couple of $1 million, right? And he making hundreds of millions, right? So what is that called?
Average.
Oh, okay. Okay, so what we're going to show you is how to, so when people, I look at people like, what's wrong with you, man? What are you talking about? I was in a pyramid. It was called Comcast. The owner of Comcast wasn't climbing telephone poles, putting little orange things out there so the cars wouldn't hit me in the middle of the street, right? So what I'm getting ready to show you is how to become a part of the wealth system. And if you decide to walk away from this, all I can tell you is I make more now in a month than I made in a year. And it took me 3 years to do it. Now, there's that managing time thing. So when you hang around rich people, you stop shooting pool and hanging out at Jay's place, which is what I used to do. I shot pool, did the other thing, and drunk beer a lot. Hung out with the fellas, right? Hardest thing in the world, separate myself from average people. Then it's hard to be broke and hang around rich people because you're jealous. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't jealous, but I was like, dang. You know what I'm saying? So my point is, but it gives you a real, you don't know how broke you are until you're around people with money. Then you say, man, I'm broke, right? Because they do stuff like just buy stuff, right? So what I'm getting ready to show you is because I made this decision. Now I'm never here. This is my first time in Atlanta in how long? I'm somewhere usually doing this around the world in front of thousands of people speaking. But I come home every now and then because I basically turn this over to the kids. Give it up for not the kids, the young adults. The young adults, right? And I'm very, very proud of her because you saw what she did, right? She is going to make more money in the next 18 months than some kids will ever make in their life. Okay? So, and she's doing what's required. Because remember, you can't manage time, but you can manage what you do with your time, correct? Mm-hmm. So what she's doing with her time is building her business. So it's fair when she becomes rich. Nobody get mad at her. Don't get mad, okay? Now, this is your first day. First of all, the worst thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna become a travel agent. That's the worst thing that's gonna happen. You're gonna, like Alyssa, you booked 50 people to Paris. I saw that today on Facebook. How much is that commission gonna be? Probably
a lot of money.
A lot of money, right? Mm-hmm. More than a couple thousand.
More than a couple thousand, almost 10.
Right. So, and how did you get that? Somebody, Facebook, you posted?
It was a referral from a previous client.
Right. So you're using your social media not to gossip. You're using your social media to promote the travel industry. Mm-hmm. Right. So it's fair that you getting ready to make 10 grand, right? And there's some people that's got to work 5 months to make 10 grand, and you getting ready to make 10 grand off one booking. That's the worst thing that's gonna happen to you. See, now when you share the good news with somebody and you talk about what Jasmine talked about and say, listen, I can save you money on your travel. Instead of paying $5,000 to go to Jamaica, well, you come in a vacation and you get to go to Jamaica for $350. That's an easy conversation. That's not, please drink this water, this $1,500 water. Some network marketing companies, that's what they cost. And you're selling a product. What we're selling is travel, fun, which is what most people want to do anyway. I haven't met a person yet to say, no, I don't want to travel. You don't travel for 2 reasons, time and money. I'll be in Dubai in a couple of days, on the 25th. I'll be spending because of this business, because of this decision that I made. On the 25th of December, I won't be in cold Atlanta. I'll be in Dubai, kicking it with the Arabs, riding camels, and having a bunch of fun, turning 49 on the 29th of December. Dune buggying through the sand dunes to the 20th. I'm there 10 days.
Awesome.
Who can do that? I just came back from the Bahamas. I'm going 2 days early just so I can go to London. And then I'm flying from London to Dubai. Because of this business, hard work pays off. You knew me when I was broke. Right there. When I was dead broke. When I was still doing cable, when I was doing my presentations at the ladies' room in Douglasville. You remember that?
Yes, I did.
Right. Now, the first person, you knew me when I didn't even own a suit.
Yes, I did. Or
Yeah.
did, yeah.
Yeah, you remember that. So, the first person I told about this opportunity laughed at me. Like, the first 10 people. Like, right? Now, in this world, persistence overcomes resistance. This business is designed for you to step outside of your circle. Right? So the people that told me no wasn't nothing but practice. When I found my first person, y'all saw me move her into her house? Mm-hmm. She got a 6-bedroom house. The first person that